Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see, these are videos that I took, and yeah, from the title above, as you can see, we're going to be talking about things you need to know about Heaven's Gate Prayer Mountain. And it was amazing. As you can see, the place is just amazing. So welcome to my YouTube channel, and yeah, listen in because I'm going to be giving more information about this. Channel, thank you so much for joining in. If you're new here, please do remember to like, comment, and even subscribe. The reason why I always say you share, it's because the most of the content that I share, it's more of it's informative, if I say so. So this information, I'd like you to share this information to other people because it will help them. It can help them. They might be needing it. So please do remember to share this video. Another thing I'll say is remember to subscribe. It helps me very much. My good name is Faith, and yeah, I'm Faith, and this is Faith Nation. This is a channel where we talk about most things that topics that inspire people to do better in life, to answer life questions, and even matters concerning faith, because here I am a born again Christian, and whatever content I share, it must be content that pleases God. Yeah, so as you can see from the topic above, I don't want to take much of your time. I'm going to be talking about things you need to know about Heaven's Gate Prayer Mountain. As you all know, Gate Prayer Mountain is connected to Kingdom Seekers, which is led by the amazing apostle Kimani. And the reason I decided to share this video, people might ask, why do you need to know? It's because before I went there, I had so many questions, and being a person who visited, this was like my second time going to a prayer mountain, but not specifically Heaven's Gate. I went to another prayer mountain just across our, just in our area, but I have never gone to Heaven's Gate, and I have never tried going to a place for quite some days. I have never done that, so I had many questions. Being a youth, so many questions that come with it, and I know even there are some parents, some adults, some grown-ups who have been asking me this. How do people go? How do you fast? How does things run when you go to a prayer center? And because I had those questions and I never saw such content, I decided, why not do it? Because to help other people, to enlighten other people on what happens when you go to a prayer center, and not specifically to when you go to Heaven's Gate Prayer Mountain. And I'm going to be talking about this, and went there some time back, and I have to say, that place is so amazing, to say the least. I don't want to say I had, but I had a connection with God, and that's why I came here to answer so many people. The questions that I had were, how is that place? How do you go? So I just decided, let me just go from home, and I went alone. I had asked a little bit to a friend who had gone there, but I didn't have the clear information since I was going alone, and I decided to go. Arrival time is from anytime until 8 p.m. in the evening. That is what I saw from them. You can call them if you're late, such stuff, I don't know. And then you go, you get there, and there are bodas there, because the other thing is, when I was going there, I started deciding, let me check the Google map, because I went there late. I got there at around 7 something at night. And so when I was checking the Google, I saw that it's a prayer mountain. It's a mountain, like it's somewhere you go. Liko kamlima fulani. So I was like, oh God, how will I get there? How do you do it? And then after getting there, actually, if you don't have your own car, there are bodas there. So if you're going via matatu, you can get there, and it's just amazing. Another thing is, when you get there, when you check in, you have to do not carry any type of food. Before I decided to go, so some few years back, I always thought that when you want to go to a prayer center, then they give you something, maybe yogurt, tea or something. But actually, when you go there is no food. The only thing you're not supposed to carry is your clothes, and you have, as a woman, you have to dress decently. You have to ensure that the clothes you wear are decent. You have to at least be decent. I always say, when you're going to that place. You're not going there to slay. So obviously you have your own time to slay on weddings, on your birthday parties, on dinner dates, when you're taking to for dinner dates with friends, for some, those types. So you can go and slay there. But when you actually go to heaven, to a prayer mountain, so I'm talking about Heaven's Gate prayer mountain, then you have to ensure that you dress decently. You have to have your long dress, your long skirt, or if you don't have all that, you can tie your lasso just to look the part. You can carry your deras, something that is long and decent. Because remember, you're not going there to show anything. You're just going there to have a time with God, and everybody there is going to do that. So ensure that you're wearing decent, so that everybody else is at good place. That is something I loved about that. Then the check-ins, I've said there's no food, then there's wearing your long dresses, and then if you're a male, you have to wear decently. You don't come there with shorts and vests. You have to wear decently. Other thing I loved about them is that they are shop, or they have a canteen there, which is not selling food. Oh my God. It's not selling food. So there's no food actually. If you're going for the 7 days, 6 days, 3 days, whatever days you have decided, just know there's no food. But what I loved about them is that their canteen is affordable. If you need baby glucose, slippers, you forgot your mafuta or something, then their canteen is very affordable. Something else I loved about the place is that something the way there's hot water, there are taps around that have hot water. There's tea, by the way, there's tea which is given 2 times a day. Let me tell you, the place is intimate. It's so amazing. It's somewhere you become intimate with God, because when you enter there's no getting out, by the way, until you check out the days you've paid. There are payments made, by the way, there are payments made, but I think I cannot even call them payments. It's just like you are, you're just paying for just something because they have workers who are going to be washing the bed sheets, workers who are going to be sweeping, ensuring the bathrooms are clean. So I'm guessing I cannot call it a pay, because it's just a small amount of money where you find there are rooms for 500, rooms for 200, rooms for they're just I can just say the prayer mountain is just amazing. It's affordable. So yeah, it's just a place where anybody can go. More so if you are prepared, you have saved some cash, you pay your transport, and then you get there. The rooms, everything is just affordable. Another thing is you pray. They are what do they call them? They are gardens. You don't just pray from rooms. They are gardens, and I'm going to be showing you that video. I was not able to take a lot because people were praying there, and it's private. And so these are the gardens, as you can see from this point. I was avoiding to take a lot from people. So as you can see, these are gardens. People are there praying and everything, and yeah, just watch it and you'll see the gardens. This is me walking after prayer. So yeah, these are the gardens. Moment. Another thing I have to say is, I would encourage any person who has been feeling like going and they have been thinking, how do people go? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who would want to go. Let me tell you, you can go alone. I actually went alone, and it's amazing. The people that are there, I don't know if it's the presence of God that it's there, that you find hakuna watu wako na romba. I was telling my mom, like, you always go to places and you are like, where mtu unakanyaga mtu paka like, you're shaking because and trembling because of the way their faces are. But that place is people are humble, people are just good. Even the people who have come to pray, actually, we find people are so good. Like there is at this place, that time when we went, the rooms were so full because people there are a lot of people are checking in, and you find people telling you, come, let's sleep together, come, let's such things. And you find that I think the presence of God does something to people. That's why I'll tell you, if you're struggling with stuff, if you're going through a lot, and you think you need some space out, some time out, you can go there, switch off your phone. You just have to tell people, but then you go certain place for 6 or 4 days, or 3 or 2 days, and tell people, I cannot do it. I cannot speak to you on phone. Please understand me. And you switch off your phone and you have a time, because let me tell you what God did to me. It's like God takes your mind and he takes away everything else and he just puts his spirit in you. And that is what happened. The prayers, there are services there that happen from in the morning at 1 and even at 5. Then the other time you can go pray at the gardens. The gardens are amazing. I'm going to be showing you that video right now of how the gardens look, because if you have seen the video, if you always follow Apostle Kimani ministry, the Kingdom Seekers ministry, you can see they have taken videos of it and photos of it. You can see that the buildings are just at a certain point, and then when you get out of that gate, there are gardens that are somewhere and people are praying, and they are the best. You go to those gardens, you pray, and you feel like, nobody is there judging you. Nobody is looking at you. Everybody is minding their own business, praying. So nobody is there. Like when you go to church and you start shouting, people are like, don't you know you're not supposed to be shouting like that? We are all here. But that place is just amazing. I would ask you to go. If you've been feeling like going, please ensure that you go, because you're going to be having fun and enjoying every bit. And even you can, I pray that if you have decided to go in your heart, I pray that the presence of God will lead you and the presence of God will be with you, and you'll have an encounter with God. I pray that you subscribe to this channel. Please, I have gone to... You can comment down below or whatever videos you want me to do. If you have any questions, I'll be answering them about the place, because I don't know if I have elaborated enough. But I was just doing this video to answer some little bit of questions to people who might be thinking, I'd like to go to such a prayer mountain, but I don't know how. I'll tell you that it is amazing. You can go. The rooms are affordable, as I've told you. What you have to dress decently. And by decent, decent is relative. So let me just, you have to wear a long dress and be decent, a long one. Because I may say decent and you go with your short dress and you're like, I think I'm decent. No, that is not decent to others, because remember, you're going to that place and being mindful of others. Another thing is there's tea, but there's no carrying of food. It's just tea without bread. When you say tea, you find, kuna mkate, kuna mandazi, apana. It's just tea without bread, and it's amazing. And those people who fear, sienda kufa nja, you will not. One thing I have come to understood is that we have 3 lives. Because they have a cat has many lives. We also have 3 lives. We have the body, the soul, and the spirit. And because at that point you're not feeding your body, you're feeding your spirit. And because you're feeding your spirit and even your soul, you'll find that the spirit will keep you on. You find people there, they have fasted for 10 days and they're giving you their testimonies. It's just amazing. May the good God bless you, and I'm hoping you get encouraged to go. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll be answering your questions. Or if you want me to do another video with your questions being answered, I will do that. So do remember to subscribe. Remember, guys, I'm just trusting God that this is my first video this year. But I am trusting God that I'm going to be getting to more than 100k subscribers, more and more. The gospel of God will be spread from nations to nations, that we will encourage people from nations to nations, and people will bring up good YouTube channels that actually spread the gospel of God. So remember to subscribe, comment, and even share to your youth groups. And take this video and share it to your friends, those who you have been thinking tunafaa kuenda prayer mountain, mmesema may postpone to a point sasa you have forgotten, imekuwa yani kitu yenye imewekwa kwa nyuma. You can share to your friends and tell them, give them these answers, because I believe these are just answers of more about Heaven's Gate Prayer Mountain. Thank you so much for watching, and it's a bye-bye from me.